am Maher giving you the summary of the events in Damascus and its countryside for Tuesday, the 3rd of September 2013 from the Capital Pulse News Team. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Starting from the southern district where Babila was under fire by mortar shells as long as heavy shelling that targeted buildings and cemetery town of the Beit Sahm. With the eyes on Khalid bin Walid Street, dense security deployment today morning raids near Falafel al-Walid. Moving to الزهورة area, the recording of the presence of two buses with the regime forces, which was transferring all displaced persons from inside Al-Ashmar Mosque and said that they will transfer them to Al-Kiswa. Furthermore, in the الصناعة area, regime forces launched the intensive campaign of raids which took place in neighborhood Al-Nouri, and 3 people were arrested and beaten in the street. Moving to the center of the capital Damascus, there were security presence recorded with the 6 station cars filled with the elements at the back door of Al-Akram Mosque in the East Mizza villas, which closed the road and prevented the passage of vehicles in there. While still elements of the regime forces are stationed in the front of Ibn Zuhr School and inside Tribe School in East Villas, with the inception of the identities of the people, in addition to the presence of an ambulance and several buses and a Doshka car. On the other hand, inside the Mazda military airport, there has been monitoring missiles battery belonging to the air defense system, which have been prepared to deal with the aerial attack which could target the airport. In Al-Qudsiyya city, there was reported high checking from the regime forces at the political barrier, where there was a person with the security forces. Some referred to the people to be arrested, and some people have been hit and beaten by the barrier in the street. Also in the Dahya bridge barrier was 6 questioning the people about the place of residence and people inceptions, one per one who came out of the Qudsiyya city. Moving to Al-Qabun area, which have been subjected with the continuous shelling causing the huge destruction in the neighborhood area. Also in the Jobar area, smoke billowed as a result of heavy artillery shelling and rocket launched, and in برزة mortar shelling and the artillery targeted the civilian homes. Moving to the East Ghouta, the town have suffered from bombardment and the cannon stationed on Qasim mountains. And Zamalka was exposed to the mortar fire in conjunction with the violent clashes between the Free Syrian Army and the regime forces. On circulated southern with all types of heavy weapons and machine guns and mortar attacks targeted heavy regions area between Zamalka and Anbin, coincided with the flight of the airplane pool for a long time to identify any targeted moves on the ground. In the western Ghouta, the renewed shelling on Maddamiyya targeted residential neighborhoods from the headquarters of the 4th Division on the Maddamiyya mountains. As seen, the Raya bombardment, intermittently heavy artillery and mortar shells focused on the western front of the city comes from the mountains of the 4th Division and the barriers surrounding the city, as the regime forces continuously in the attempts to regain control on the city were directed on the morning. The city military convoy across the entrance east to the city supported by tanks, vehicles and military vehicles. Finally, Zabadania has suffered from heavy shelling targeted the east and west mountain of the city from all barriers surrounding the town, and former warplanes launched several raids on the mountain east and west of the city. Thank you for listening and have a good night.